Ladies and gentlemen, Dota fans across the globe, we are here with Dota University's premier NA event for a new mix-up on the traditional Dota that we have grown to know and love. We are here bringing you Spies and Sabotage. It's the same 5-on-5 Dota, 3 lanes, creeps every 30 seconds, 4 tiers of towers that we've come to know and love. But there's a couple of mix-ups in here. So let's start it off with talking about the rules. Every single match between these two teams is going to have 2 arbitrary rules that are applied to both teams equally. It can be something like the game will end after a certain number of kills. It can be restricting your draft. It can be restricting your behavior and where you can move for a certain period of time. On top of that, there's going to be 4 sabotages that are shared between the two teams. These are things that either team can choose to buy before the game starts, and they will use it with a currency called Spies. Each of these 4 teams is going to start with 5 spies that they can spend on these sabotages, and they'll have effects ranging from 1 spy cost to do something like force the enemy team to plant 2 iron branches at the start of the game. Or you can go something to up to 4 spies worth of cost, where you can affect the draft or do something that's very impactful to the team, like saying that a single hero on the enemy team must be picked. These are going to be predetermined in terms of what the teams can buy per game, and they'll be shuffled, so each game will have different available sabotages. Now, the spy number that each team has will carry over between matches in this double elimination tournament. So, how are they going to get more if they've only got 5? That's a great question. We're also going to offer them contracts. Contracts are missions that the teams can choose to take that will get them more spies. They have the entire list available to them, and these are things that they're going to do within a game, and as long as they accomplish the contract that they have committed to, they will get a certain number of spies bonus at the end of the game. Now, if they agree to a contract but fail to achieve it, they will be penalized a spy for failing to do so. Additionally, some contracts could give the opposing team additional spies if they achieve a counter goal. It's complicated, but it's definitely something that you'll pick up really quickly. So all of these are going to mix up the gameplay and turn it into a wild, wacky adventure that we're all going to get to watch. I'm Akuma, and with me here is Fafford, and we're gonna bring you Spies and Sabotage, the first time for Dota University NA Division.
Yeah, that's right. We're starting off with the round 1 match between the Thing with Lots of Teeth and Jakiros' third head. And let's see what the rules are.
Drumroll, please.
Jailbreak. For the first 10 minutes, if a hero dies, someone on their team must escort them out of the fountain. They must continue escorting the hero until a tier 2 tower is reached. Sounds pretty inconvenient. And Team Deathmatch. The first team to 30 kills will win the game and recruit an additional spy.
This is going to be absolute chaos. I feel like we're playing freeze tag here, or capture the flag, or one of those old games you'd play as a kid. Not only is a possible win condition to go out there and just get 30 kills instead of taking the Ancient, but on top of that, every kill in the first 10 minutes, you've got to send a hero back to get them out of the fountain.
Yeah, I think this could be a great game to pick just heroes that don't die a lot, so you don't have to worry about the other team getting to 30, and you don't have to worry about this whole jailbreak mechanic.
You kidding me? I want to be inconveniencing the enemy team as much as possible. I want ganking heroes. I want to see somebody getting really ambitious and choosing an Earth Spirit.
We'll see. We'll see what they go for. I think we also know what the sabotages are, so let's take a look at those. First up, we got crunch time. Enemy team will be issued a level 2 draft penalty. I believe that is 70 seconds off of their draft at a cost of just 1 spy. Next up is impoverished, costing 2 spies. The enemy team can't take the 0-minute bounty runes. Alright. Good start to the game. League of Legends. The enemy team cannot deny creeps before minute 5. Cost of 3 spies. And donkey donation. Enemy team must feed 3 couriers down mid before the game timer reaches 1 minute at a cost of 4 spies.
Oh my. So, with 5 spies available for each of these teams, they're going to be blind picking these against each other. They can choose up to 5 spies worth here, but they don't need to spend all of them.
Unfortunately, you can't pick impoverished and donkey donation to get the big economic boost, because that would cost 6 spies.
And that would be definitely my choice. I mean, what do you think are going to be the combos that these teams are looking at? Crunch time doesn't feel that great because I think these teams are going to know what they want to do coming into the draft. At least have a pretty solid idea.
That's a sabotage that might be more valuable later in the tournament, but I think saving a spy could be valuable in this case. I think donkey donation might be a great pick here.
I mean, that means that they're going to want to do that as soon as possible so they can get the respawn timer moving forward.
Right. I think you tell the supports you have to give up the courier so that the mid keeps his.
But in association as well with the rules on Jailbreak on Team Deathmatch, so thinking about that, maybe Impoverished or the Donkey Donation is going to give you enough of an economic advantage that you can get some early just stat items and really start moving forward in a way that you can snowball the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. League of Legends is just such an interesting sabotage, but it's so hard to figure out exactly what to do with it because beginners don't get the most denies anyway. You have to use it to get an early level advantage and get kills off that, but it might be tricky.
I think what you could do with that actually is you're able to pick some heroes that have slightly worse attack damage or have a lot of damage over time abilities. So for instance, if you have a Viper, you can take more levels in Neurotoxin because of the fact you're not dealing with the ability to deny the creep when it's within that range.
Oh, that's
which otherwise
right.
is a problem.
So
Underlord as well?
That encourages heroes that are bad laners to begin with. The one that comes to mind when you mention that is Alchemist. You throw down Acid Spray, and they can't stop you from getting the last hits.
Alchemist would be brilliant with the League of Legends modifier. Underlord would be good for that as well. I'm trying to think. Even Kunkka. You don't have to worry about prepping the range creep. It's never going to get denied on you.
As long as we're thinking about Alchemist, I'm thinking about Impoverished. The other team can't take those opening bounty runes. That means your Alchemist is starting with bounty rune advantage as well.
I think that's... If one of these teams is thinking about this, I want to see them prep an Alchemist and buy both of those. You buy out your spies, certainly, but it means that you have this huge advantage for a hero that is going to snowball so hard.
Exactly, and what a time to try to get some contracts down. If you have an Alchemist who's really rich, you can afford to go, some weird things in the contracts.
I mean, if you're really feeling crazy, there's a Dagon rush. You could literally rush a Dagon on Alchemist in such a short amount of time.
I could imagine that being a good strat.
It's a 4-minute Dagon.
The other thing is if you want people to buy 5 of the same item, you can have Alchemist giving them Aghanim Scepters to make up for the net worth that they're missing, so they won't be weak even though they're buying not ideal items.
So I have heard from my producer that the sabotages are in. So we should be able to reveal those to the stream any moment.
Let's see what we got. Oh, they both go for crunch time. Both teams being very frugal.
Very frugal. It's a little bit passé as well. It kind of indicates to me that there's not a lot of faith in the opposition in terms of, having a plan already out there.
Yeah, this means I really feel like both teams are putting a little too much value on, keeping spies up for later in the tournament, but one of these teams is going to be going to the loser bracket after this. We're going to have a very quick draft, though, with a couple minutes taken off of it.
I mean, that's 140 seconds of reserve time total being removed. So maybe they just want to get into things quickly. They're being impatient.
Trying to help us out with our scheduling problems, huh?
The EU division, because of Valve's wondrous updates, has got a bit of a delay. So maybe we're going to see this just be something that cruises right along, and this is their way of helping us.
Yeah, we'll see. We also noted that a game that ends at 30 kills might be a shorter game.
That's a very, very good point. So Radiant contracts have been locked in. These are things that they're going to commit to try and improve their economy in the next games that they play. It won't help them this one. It might even make this game harder.
I hope it will.
They're hoping to improve their odds later in the series.
All right, they've taken the very popular in the other regions Counter-Strike. Drop an iron branch on the enemy side of the river and announce to them the bomb has been planted. If the other team doesn't find it in 10 minutes, you get the reward. And if the other team finds it, then they get the reward. A lot of teams have been doing this, and they've all succeeded.
I really wish we had somebody who just had the sound effect of bomb has been planted.
Just play that sound effect? Oh, we're not that well prepared.
Yeah, because every time I'm seeing it, I'm just like, oh, I want to hear that voice. Bomb defused.
Let's see. Are there any other contracts for the Radiant team? Walk into Mordor. Oh, I've been waiting to see this one. Get a walking courier to the outer wall of the enemy base and get it back home alive. And you have to get it to the enemy base before it upgrades to a flying courier, which I believe happens at level 4.
Is it level 4 or level 5? I think it's 5.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that, though. There's a lot of patch notes. Things change a lot in Dota. Sometimes you have outdated information.
I think the best time to do this is like right away, though, before the rune spawn, because then you get your courier back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I think part of it, too, is going to be like if you cover it with trying to move into the enemy jungle for First Blood, it gives you the opportunity of kind of microing things around and might be able to sneak it by in the kerfluffle.
Yeah. Just wonder how that interacts with boots. Okay. Radiant, speaking of boots, they're going to buy 2 sets of boots on the same player.
We've seen this before. It's very, very popular to pick this with Pugna.
Yeah, Pugna double tranquil boots.
Exactly. It's something that Dota Alchemy popularized a couple patches ago, and people haven't let it go yet, and it's a pretty reasonable build.
Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Is that... Okay. Oh, 3K behavior score. Every time a member of your team dies, they have to all chat blaming their team for their unfortunate demise.
Oh, man. This one's so fun, but it might be difficult to actually remember to do it every time. We'll see.
It's very popular. It's pretty easy to do, but it's super hard to remember. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit of creative flaming.
All right, they're also going to go for 11k behavior scores. They're going to have to do a lot of all chatting with every death.
So you've got to not only flame your own team, but compliment the opponent?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's some cognitive dissonance. Who are you really playing for?
Oh, we'll see. Next up, 1 for each foot. So they are also going to be buying 2 pairs of boots. Oh my goodness, Counter-Strike on the Dire as well. Oh, the symmetry is beautiful.
I think that's their last one. So both of these teams are looking for about 5 or 6 possible additional spies to move on to the next round, which means they're going to have a really hefty stock, regardless of if they win or lose, if they manage to accomplish these.
Yeah, I mean, they already saved up 4 spies each, so... Oh, look at this. We are in the draft now, and each team has only 1 minute of reserve time.
That's brutal. Oh, I gotta say, so in the matchup, before we even start thinking about picks and bans, who's got the best banner?
Oh, it's definitely got to be the thing with lots of teeth. This thing is just straight creepy.
That is a lot of teeth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know, Jakiro's third head feels a bit more like it's out of Monty Python, personally.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just a huge IO fan. I love seeing IO with teeth. Oh,
and
they banned
IO. There's the ban. A bit of disrespect.
Oh, glorious. So we
And
won't
I
be
mean,
seeing any IO. I don't know why we would, but...
well, IO would be fantastic for planting the Counter-Strike bomb.
Well, yes, that's true, but you need to be level 6 to do it. The Counter-Strike
You
bomb,
don't...
I think, needs to go up within the first 15 minutes. I might be wrong about
no,
that.
Counter-Strike can just, go anytime.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, IO could be a great choice for that, but I guess not anymore. We'll see if we see Nature's Prophet, Treant Protector. Those are very popular options.
Oh, definitely. Anything with global presence or unrestricted movement. You could even get really creative with somebody like Batrider. You can have
We saw
Mirana.
Night Stalker Ultimate earlier today.
Oh yeah, Night Stalker Ultimate, Mirana Ultimate. There's even like a Nyx Assassin. You can just plant it where they're not going to see you at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of heroes that are really, really good for this. Bounty Hunter or Riki. Like, that's all things that we can work with.
I'm wondering if either team plays to try to steal the enemy team's points. If you can catch them planting the bomb, that could be 3 extra spies for your team.
Especially if you had somebody like a Bounty Hunter or a Nyx who's stalking them. And then that would be a really good way of just, okay, you get some more spies, you get a free kill in the early game, but I guess it's kind of, can you fit that in your draft?
Right. I think if you can deny the other team like these really good heroes for sneaking in and then have good ward vision, that could be enough. You see them when they go to plant the bomb, and then you have a chance to actually find it.
So we're going to start off with an Ogre Magi for the things with lots of teeth. A really simple hero, but that does not mitigate his efficiency whatsoever. Bloodlust is a fantastic ability. He's got stuns, he's got slows, and multicast just turns him into what we call Casino Mage.
Mm-hmm. One other thing to think about here is that both teams are going to have to choose a hero to buy 2 pairs of boots. I don't know if Ogre is the right hero for that, but I wonder if they're thinking about that as they draft their heroes.
2 heads, 2 boots, you know, just one of the boots goes on the head. We call him Vermin Supreme now.
It's perfect.
Grimstroke, I think it's really... my first thing I'm going to be looking out for is which team is going to play the Pugna, or are they going to pick it? Because the Double Tranquil Pugna build is so well known.
Yeah, I think Pugna could be a good choice here for sure. Could combo pretty well with either of these heroes, honestly. I think these are both fine support duos, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think, too, what other just generalist supports, because you can't just think about the contracts and the things that you've committed to and the sabotages. You have to win the game, and that means either taking down the Ancient or killing 30 heroes.
Yep, and they're going to deny Grimstroke Lich by picking it themselves. I really like that.
Definitely a good option. I wonder if we're going to see Doom out of Jakiro's third head, another classic combination with Grimstroke.
One idea here is that they've picked supports that are like not super easy to kill. The Lich with the Frost Shield and the Ogre just being a tanky hero makes it so that they're not going to be feeding away a lot of these kills. It's not going to be easy for the other team to get to 30 kills here.
One of the things I think I would really want to see, and a fantastic pickup, is going to be a Nature's Prophet. Like, this is a must pick or must ban in my opinion, because not only does he facilitate the jailbreak, but he's also going to be great for the Counter-Strike objective.
Mm-hmm.
And so someone like Ogre, the Bloodlust is going to help you get the escort started, moving back, moving the other hero out. But a Nature's Prophet would be able to just completely cut that rotation so easily.
Yeah, I'm just loving the idea of keeping like a couple heroes buffed up so that your fighting all happens with your strong heroes while the support stays safe. If your goal is just to get more kills than deaths, so you get to 30 first, you know, playing around buffs could be really good. Similarly on the Radiant, you just Inkswell Axe, send him in. Axe will be really strong, and in the meantime, the Grimstroke can stay way back and safe and not die.
Axe is a great hero at killing other heroes, especially with the dunk, but I mean, it's just, Axe is the kind of the hero that you expect to be in the early game, just putting pressure down, just brutalizing enemy heroes, and towards the end of the game, he's just initiating, kind of trying to enable some catch. But that's exactly what you need to do here, because if you're going to choose to go for those 30 kills instead of the Ancient, then that's just a really good hero to facilitate that.
Yeah, I think you can see it in the heroes that these teams are banning as well. Skywrath, Mage, and Riki, these are heroes that aren't great at taking towers, but they're so good at killing other heroes. They're just trying to make sure that they don't feed away too many deaths.
I would kind of like to have one of those hybrid push and kill heroes, something even like a Leshrac, who can really snowball really hard or just destroy towers, so you can get the
Jakiros
option
seems
select
like
out
a
there.
perfect solution for that. He's going to be happy to fight and also happy to take towers.
Absolutely. And I mean, that really leaves Jakiro's third heads, their options open.
Yeah, talking about team names, they immediately ban the Io from things lots of teeth, but then they get the Jakiro themselves? I don't know. I think they earned the win with that one.
We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see the rest of this draft. Just taking a look at Thing with Lots of Teeth right now. So, I mean, they've got 2 of their supports. And I know a couple of the players here. Oh, I like the Underlord.
Oh, boy. Oh, another tanky boy. This is going to be so hard. This Axe wants to call people who are, like, squishy and easy to kill, but, I mean, Lich is the only possible target for that right now.
And I think that... So Underlord has the ability to kind of facilitate the escort mission after 6, but I don't think he's going to be the hero that you're going to want to peel out of lane and send back to grab a hero away. Because he's not even going to get 6 until close to after 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, they might give him a solo lane just to get his levels up early, and then he can TP home and use Dark Rift to bring an enemy, or bring an ally player back to lane without them having to use a TP of their own.
How do you feel about Anti-Mage versus Underlord?
It's okay. Underlord is not the best at pressuring Anti-Mage because he's like trying to like spam Firestorm, and Anti-Mage can get magic resistance, and also burning the Underlord's mana is pretty rough. That being said, Underlord just has so much right-click damage, and Anti-Mage is just a weak laner. Anti-Mage, I think, should be okay there.
Monkey King. Ooh.
I think that's a pretty good choice to put threat onto this Axe. Monkey King is not super afraid of being called. Even with Blade Mail, he gets some lifesteal, so it's not the end of the world. And the Axe's tankiness is not going to feel so good against Jingu Mastery.
Additionally, Monkey King is definitely a hero that's strongest in the early to mid game. So maybe you're going to be seeing him in conjunction with the Lich or with the Ogre, trying to put pressure onto Jakiro's third head and to force heroes out of lane to pick up the jailbreak.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
I mean, you can get very early kills with these heroes, and that means that you can just snowball your advantage early.
We were also talking about heroes that are good for planting the bomb. Monkey King is great for sneaking into enemy territory, as is Anti-Mage.
Not only that, Monkey King's great at scouting the bomb, because he gets the flying vision when he's on trees.
He only gets a little, but yeah, that might be really helpful if they know where to look.
Especially if you do get the vision talent that Monkey King gets at, what is it, 15?
I don't know exactly, but yeah, I think that could be a great pickup specifically for the sake of the contract.
Yeah. I think he covers a lot of bases that the Thing with Lots of Teeth want to do, and this is also something that there's not a great answer for on Jakiro's third head, except for Jakiro himself being able to take out some of those trees with a Macro Pyre or stun him with Ice Path.
And we're going to see an Ember Spirit here. I really like this pickup. Ember Spirit's just going to give them the map mobility to operate. On the other side, a Necrophos.
Almost an instant pickup. They knew that's exactly who they wanted. That's going to be Cats playing Necro. So, going through the lineup real quick, for Jakiro's third head, we have Peanut Butter playing Grimstroke, Wiz on Axe, Peachios on Jakiro, Cement on Anti-Mage, and Cats playing Necro. And for the Thing with Lots of Teeth, Corey on Ogre Magi, Vomit on Lich, P4 Underlord, Callie playing Monkey King, and Fred playing Ember Spirit. Between these two drafts, who do you got?
I definitely have to prefer the Dire draft here. I think it's going to be so much easier for them to get kills with kill heroes like Monkey King and Ember Spirit, where Anti-Mage and Necrophos, you have like Anti-Mage starting the game so slowly and Necrophos not having great mobility. It's going to be a lot harder for them to operate.
So I guess it really comes down to, is the Thing with Lots of Teeth going to take a bite out of Jakiro's third head? Or will there be a third element from Jakiro's third head, not just the fire and ice, but something else? Yeah, breathing whatever it is, lightning, I guess, onto the Thing with Lots of Teeth.
We'll see. It's about time. The game can be starting any moment now.
I guess it would be breathing ink. You've got the Grimstroke, and there's kind of ink-looking-ish from Necrophos' Death Pulse.
Oh man, I want to see some big double Reaper sights at some point in this game.
That's going to be terrifying.
Yeah, this Necrophos could be really good against both Underlord and Monkey King, and actually Ember Spirit as well. Being immune to right clicks for a little bit will make him very hard to kill.
And that also affects Sleight of Fist, doesn't it? It prevents Sleight of Fist from dealing damage?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
it also
yeah, that's
does,
going to be...
just percentage-based damage from the Reaper's Scythe and the Heartstopper aura is going to be really fun.
Oh, man, we've already got the flame coming out. They haven't even died. You can't do that.
Oh, you can do whatever you want, apparently.
Yes, they can. It's just a matter of you got to have some gamesmanship. Save the flame until after you start dying.
I'm sure there will be plenty then, too. Jakiros starting with boots, but he didn't put them on the courier. Neither courier is moving. Which team had the walk into mortar contract? Was that Radiant only?
Walk into mortar was Radiant only, yes.
I feel like this is the time for it. There's room to make it right through.
They've not moved the crow yet.
Right through. While the other team is waiting for the bounty runes, you just sort of sneak right in there. This is the time.
And they've only got until level 4 or 5 to do that, because once that crow stops walking, it's not going to be playable anymore.
Yeah, the contract will be failed if they wait a little too long.
Corey and Callie, for the thing with lots of teeth in the top lane, were doing a little bit of do-si-do waiting for the bounty rune.
They're having a good time.
Square dancing around each other.
Now we'll see how this goes. It looks like the bottom bounty rune will go pretty comfortably to the Dire. Top bounty rune, the Dire are going to concede it, so the Axe just gets it.
Even a little bit of a...
Monkey King could have been a bit more aggressive there.
A little bit of a stroke of fate coming out, just popping tiny bit of harass, but nothing too serious. Block in the mid lane starting out, and I think this is going to go slightly in favor of Cats on the Necrophos.
Yeah, the block is better for the Necrophos, and I think Necrophos will have a good time in lane against Ember Spirit. But we'll see. It depends very much on the last hitting.
Wiz in the top lane also setting up their own block, going to pull the creeps away a little bit. Callie's doing a good job of contesting that, but that's going to pull the equilibrium slightly back.
Yeah.
So what kind of lane? What kind of lane do you expect we're going to have the most action in?
I mean, this top lane definitely looks like the lane that teams want to get aggressive in. Underlord and Anti-Mage are both very passive laners bottom. I think they're just going to be trading farm mostly. I really like the Anti-Mage trying to burn away Underlord's mana before he can cast too many of those Firestorms.
Underlord doesn't even have Firestorm. He's taken Atrophy Aura at 1, and with that only giving 1 damage per creep at level 1, that's a very, very difficult thing for him to do.
It's not going to do much for him right now. But on the other side, we have Axe and Monkey King both hoping to crush their lane, so they're going to be fighting it out a lot, I think.
Axe with the Battle Hunger. I want to see him start just peppering that onto Corey. Like, Wiz is going to be able to just control this lane so hard if he can get the Ogre down low. And Ogre's one of his biggest strengths is the huge amount of natural armor he gets, which using Battle Hunger is not going to be affected by that armor at all.
You can also see Ogre has started with the stun level 1, which means he's trying to combo with Monkey King to find some kills. Unfortunately, that means he doesn't have Bloodlust for the Monkey King, which is super high value.
PGO's doing a really good job in the bottom lane, missing the chain pull, unfortunately, but we've seen a lot of trading, a lot of aggression out of this Jakiros so far. But he is out of regen, which is going to make it hard to sustain that.
In mid lane, we're seeing a really good start for the Ember. Ahead 3 last hits, 3 denies at 2 minutes.
Also carrying the salve and the stick. Stick's so important against the Necrophos.
He is getting harassed down, though. He's going to have to salve up, and with that, he is out of regen. Necrophos still sitting on 2 shared tangos. A lot of items in stash.
Hey, Ember Spirit's about 300 gold away, 225 gold away from having the bottle, which is what he's going to try and stretch for to get his regen coming out. Another pull in the bottom lane, trying to just get as much space and as much of an XP lead for Anti-Mage as you possibly can.
And this one is really good. Because it's a half pull, those creeps are going to be completely denied quite quickly. That's 2 creeps that the Dire just miss out on in this lane.
Not a lot of aggression. One of the things we're seeing the Radiant doing is they're just relentlessly pushing the lane.
Oh, since I said that the Ember Spirit had a good start, he's gotten no last hits, and Necrophos has gotten about 8. Things are looking way up for Necrophos now. The Ember Spirit is still sitting on low health and just struggling.
I think that it just... Yeah, Ember's a hero that can really get beaten up if you're not careful with your positioning and the way that you utilize your regen. So him trying to save up for this bottle and getting the little bit of the last end of the salve denied before means that he is really in a rough time. He ships out another salve, delaying his bottle just a tiny little bit, and he's going to have to just hold this while his creeps are just getting myrtleated.
Oh,
by
here we
Cats
get
and
the
Neverhood.
big stun by the Grimstroke and the Axe comboing. That's a salve wasted on the Monkey King, I believe, and he's going to be at no health. This Battle Hunger might even tick him down. It's so close.
Getting the tower regen, moving away. He's going to walk to the fountain. Battle Hunger barely missing the kill. But I mean, I guess that's a way of forcing the jailbreak.
Monkey King. He lost a salve there. He lost all his health, and he has to run back to tower.
We'll be seeing him teleport out. At least he doesn't have to have a hero come save him, though.
Yeah, and it doesn't count towards that 30. Still sitting on 0-0.
We have seen Dire with that extremely deep observer ward, so they know everything that Wiz and Peanut Butter are doing, but there's not much they can do about it unless they just get a really good setup, or combo setup, with the Monkey King and the Ogre, and we haven't been seeing it come out yet.
Just looking at this, every hero is level 3 or higher right now. If there's going to be walk into Mordor, it has to happen already. I haven't seen it.
And I haven't seen it either. I think that Crow's going to be locked in, and I don't think they're going to see walk into Mordor. I think that's going to be over.
I guess either they forgot that it had to be a walking courier, or they were just a little too late to get started.
So one of the things right now is I want to see a little bit of blood in the top lane. I mean, these are two heroes that are very, very good in the early game. And I think that in particular... Oh, no, we see...
Axe's courier levels
the courier
up
looking
on
to
its
plant
way.
the bomb.
Oh,
the courier's going to plant the bomb.
No, he's still carrying the Iron Branch back out.
Oh, no.
That would have been next level. No one expects the bomb to be planted by the courier.
But what I was going to say, though, is I want to see some blood happen in the top lane. I want to see first blood happen there, because I think that it is going to be a wonderful birthday gift for one of our Dota University coaches, Mastic. And there we go. We're going to see that blood coming out now. The Jingu stacks up. They're looking to kill off Wiz for the first blood. Will it tick down? Yes!
Oh, great kill attempt. The Ogre with the stun and the damage over time, comboing into the Jingu Mastery and the big hit with Boundless Strike. Great stuff. Yeah, now the Radiant are going to have to send someone home to bring this Axe out of his base.
Waits for no hero. And now we're seeing the pings deep into the territory of the Dire, but all of the crows are flying, I believe, so that's going to be a failed walk into... No! There is one still walking crow, Grimstroke, but it does not contain boots. He can't walk into Mordor.
No, he can. Boots give you 1 extra point for completing the contract. You can still get 3 out of 4 points without boots. As long as he stays all the way away from the creep wave so he doesn't hit level 4, he can still complete the contract. And he is escorting Axe.
That's a brilliant timing. You send you send him forward. We've got the Axe now being escorted out past his tier 2. And that's going to be the courier getting that moment.
There's no one watching for this. No ward looking to pick off the courier. He's going to make it.
But I mean, in this time that you've had to leave a lane completely empty, Callie is about to hit level 6 on the Monkey King. He's not going to skill his ultimate, I don't think.
He planted the bomb while he was there. The bomb is planted by the courier that walked into Mordor. Oh, what a great strat.
That is brilliant. The bomb has been planted. They're walking into Mordor.
Bomb has been planted. 7.5 minutes into the game, they announce it. It'll be until the 17-minute mark. The Dire have a chance to find that Iron Branch.
2.5 minutes until the jailbreak restriction is up. This has been a relatively bloodless game, which honestly, to me, is a little bit disappointing. I want to see red. I want action.
Oh, you're so close in the mid lane. The Reaper Scythe is not enough. And unfortunately, now the Ember Spirit gets to go back to base, a Remnant out again. He's going to be just fine, although actually it's looking like he's going to gank instead.
Yeah, he's moving to bot lane. He's not even going for the Remnant away. He's going to be moving in to try and get some blood onto Peachy. But Peachy well under tower. Are they going to pick off this courier on the way back, I wonder? They get the root
Oh,
Searing
the
Chains.
Jakiro walks in and he's going to go down. It's a difficult gank with a lane with Underlord and Lich. They don't have particularly good kill potential in this lane, but they made it work. And we see there the walk into Mordor is successfully completed. Courier made it all the way to Mordor and back.
Additionally, that kill came in time, so they're going to need to jailbreak Jakiro as well, so who are they going to send back?
Jakiro is just locked in base.
Who are they going to... It looks like Peanut Butter is starting to move back.
They killed the Underlord, so now the Underlord will also need an escort. But the Jakiro is still just in base. No one has come back for him.
Peanut Butter is walking back. It's a long way to go.
Doesn't want a TP.
Fred with the Ember Spirit, with the Invis rune, going to be moving in on Wiz's axe. I think they're going to get a kill here as well.
Yes, they are. Monkey King ultimate is committed, and Axe has no chance to get out of here. That's another death before the 10-minute mark.
So, I mean, do you leave your heroes sitting back at base for the next 20 seconds, or do you have to have Grimstroke go back to the base again after the escort?
I think you have to walk back and forth on Grimstroke. He's going to get to the tier 2, and then he's going to turn around and go home for the axe.
This is such an important
send the Jakiro.
Widening of the lead for everybody, really, on things with lots of teeth.
Those early kills are good. The Underlord has TP Skull on cooldown. I don't know if he got escorted out of base. I wasn't watching for it.
I didn't see it myself either.
Well, we'll have to check on that.
We'll have to check at the replay. Maybe the Twitch chat caught it on the minimap. We were too busy looking for more blood, more kills. We're going to see Cats trying to move in on Fred a little bit. Fred under tower. Scythe is available.
That tower is not so healthy. This tower is under serious threat, and the Necrophos is 1,300 net worth ahead of the Ember Spirit. Mid lane has gone very well for the Radiant.
Absolutely. We're going to see PGOs moving in, trying to take the bounties. Jailbreak is now over. Ember collapsing in on Jakiro. Fred looking to close out this kill. There's the Frost Armor to get the slow. Ember having a tough time dealing damage, and Jakiro is surprisingly spry, getting out that Ice Path, now being finally caught by the Searing Chains, and that's going to be a dead two-headed dragon.
Yeah. No more Jailbreak going on, but kills are 4-1, counting towards 30.
And additionally, they don't have to get 30 kills to win this game. They can still take the Ancient.
Absolutely. I'm wondering when we see these towers go down. The Radiant safe lane tier 1 is really low, and the Dire mid tier 1 is also already
Dire mid tier 1 is gone.
Wow.
The Necrophos
Good work by the Necrophos, for sure.
Cats moving forward is just taking that out. They're going to be trying to make a minor aggressive play onto P4. The dual breath missing, unfortunately. So Underlord's just going to get to walk away scot-free.
It's hard to do much with an anti-mage who's building towards Battle Fury. He's got his Ring of Health and now his Broadsword, but he just really does not offer a lot towards kill attempts.
Cement's farming extremely aggressively. I'm very surprised that there wasn't an attempt at like a... the Sinister Gaze was reflected with the Spell Shield.
Oh,
that's why.
Good play. I'm surprised we haven't seen much more like fighting between the Axe and the Monkey King. I feel like these are heroes that could be going at it all the time. The Axe has just played very safe here.
I think that Wiz is just very cautious at this point because he's died in the lane. He's under-leveled from being forced on the escort, and Callie's has been having a great lane overall.
Yeah, those early kills into the escort are a huge problem for the Radiant. They're just behind levels as a result of it. Both supports have been slowed down.
Wiz trying to move around, looking to cut the wave, but Corey is there to defend it. And Callie's going to have a pretty decent push coming out with the double wave. That should be easy for Axe to push back.
Yeah, with the siege creep down, there's not much threat to either of these towers. The safe lane tier 1 for the Dire did take about 60%.
Fred rotating to top. He's looking for a kill. There's the Searing Chains. Boundless strike out on the Peanut Butter. The Grimstroke now with the Soulbind is going to get that out. There's a rotation coming in. Cat 666 with the double Reaper's damage. Corey will fall, but not to the Scythe. Now,
they get a revenge kill on the Ogre, and if they can just get out of this, Monkey King ult committed, you just walk away and you're good. One for one supports, that's a great deal for the Radiant, after how badly that started. Really heads-up play by the Grimstroke to put the Inkswell onto the Axe, because Grimstroke was going to die before it completed. So the Axe was able to survive and get the 3-hero stun. Also, getting the Soulbind out, as well as having
Cats, the Necrophos just rotate in instantly. Meant that you had a double Reaper Scythe, which went a lot of stun. Oh no, in the bottom lane, Fred almost getting the kill. Jakiro managing to finish a TP out with fractions of a bar of health.
Really heads up TP out there because the Ember Spirit led with Searing Chains. Okay, looks like Garlic is handing down Judgment on the Underlord. And he is forced to walk back to the fountain. There he goes.
He's doing laps.
This is his penalty for not being escorted earlier.
Yeah, Mr. Garlic, our commissioner, is basically a gym teacher right now. He's forcing Underlord to do laps.
Yep. And there he goes. Sorry, I forgot.
Now get down and give me 10.
And now he's being escorted out by the ledge. Okay, they pay for their mistake. Meanwhile, this push by Ember Spirit is great. Let's see if the Radiant can get tower top in return.
I think this is going to be a 1-for-1 split. Yeah. There's 3 heroes in the top lane, 4th one coming in, and the 5th not too far away. So if they try and defend top tower at all, that's just going to end up being several dead heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a good split for the Radiant. The Radiant are up 1k net worth, and they're ahead of tower with an anti-mage who is most of his way to Battle Fury.
Necrophos right now has himself a hood and a couple of null talismans, so very difficult to take down. There's not a ton of physical damage on the Dire side, except for the Monkey King. A lot of mixed damage.
Depending on how the Ember Spirit builds. If the Ember just goes straight Deso, they could hit real hard on the physical, which I would like to see.
Anti-Mage making it out of that gank in the mid lane. Oh my lord!
He has
30 health!
Oh,
he used
man.
a Tread Switch to give him the extra health he needed.
Very nice escape by the Anti-Mage. He was farming in a dangerous place, and that Underlord route is very scary.
And that's going to be... He is about 400 gold away from that Battle Fury. We can expect his net worth to just skyrocket at that point.
Let's
also,
check on the bomb. Is it still there? It is. The bomb is still there. They have about 2 minutes left to find it, and it doesn't look like they're searching.
And I mean, with a game that's this chaotic, and when you're looking for these 30 kills, one, do you even care if you win the game if the enemy team gets those
Hold that thought. We got an amazing 3-man call into Macropyre. It's going to be a 4-for-0 fight for the Radiant. Unbelievable, and they defend their mid-tier 1.
What was that? I saw 4 full health heroes, and then I saw devastation in the wake of Jakiro's 3rd head.
Oh my goodness. Wiz had so much time of asking when the tournament was going to be. He was going to be sure to show up, and he did show up with that blink call. Amazing play. And they're going to turn it right around and force a glyph on the tier 2. To not give up your tier 1 tower like that is just really important while you have this anti-mage farming.
Additionally, there's only one tier 2 remaining, or tier 1 remaining, I'm sorry, for Thing with Lots of Teeth. So that glyph could be a full duration glyph if they don't go for the safe lane tier 1.
Right, and there's not much reason for them to push that tower. It's so hard to take the safe lane tier 1. I think that's probably going to be a chance to push top while the glyph is down, potentially.
We're seeing a rotation come in for Jakiro's 3rd head, possibly trying to find the Ember Spirit who was there, but that is a very hard catch to make, and he is being very heads up, just hiding in the trees.
A huge commitment for it, too. They brought all 5 heroes to this bottom lane.
Oh, they're planting the bomb, that's why.
The bomb has been planted by Monkey King. Where did he go? He just snuck just barely across the river, it looked like.
Trying to find where it is. They got the ice path out, though. That's going to be a dead Fred.
Grimstroke with the big silence kills the Ember Spirit. Kill lead 7-5 now for the Radiant. And that race to 30.
And this is going to be the last tier 1, so it is going to give the Thing with Lots of Teeth their glyph back. We also see Cali moving forward, going to be jumping in onto Cats. This might be a mistake.
This is a very dangerous play. He does get the Wukong's command out, but there's a Reaper Scythe waiting. No, there isn't.
Boundless strike out. That's a soul bind. That could be 2 dead heroes, but no! Down goes Necrophos instead. Monkey King will also fall, but Corey and P4 chasing down Wiz right now. Wiz gets a blink into the trees, looking for a TP away. He gets it. Away pretty clean, 2-for-1 in favor of the Thing with Lots of Teeth.
2 for 1, and we get the point proven of why this tower is so hard to push. The Radiant overextend themselves in the bottom lane and are punished for it.
I was amazed the Monkey King survived nearly as long as he did. That was
Do you
just...
have any word on where that bomb was planted?
I'm taking a look around for it right now.
Here it is.
Got...
All the way at the bottom. Brilliant. And they said bomb planted with the Monkey King, but it was the Ember Spirit who planted it.
And that's when he was hiding there. That's brilliant.
Oh, perfect. I think that one's going to go. I don't think they're going to find that.
Absolutely.
The anti-mage was right there and didn't see it.
And the bomb has detonated for Jakiro's third head. So that's 3 additional spies for them, win or lose this match.
Yeah, they got a whole lot of spies now from these 2 contracts. Alright, here we see Anti-Mage. He's got his Battle Fury and he's about to have his Yasha as well. Looking pretty good.
We're about 2 minutes past the Tier 2 neutral items starting up. We just saw Axe getting the Vampire Fangs, but I think this is a pretty good time to take a look at the neutrals for these teams and seeing just how they're distributed and what's going to be impactful.
Both of these melee agility carries have the Pupil's Gift, giving them extra strength. Very valuable.
We see the Lich getting the Keen Optic, a little bit of extra range.
Oh, we got a call! Oh, a beautiful combo onto this Ember Spirit, but he's not taking any damage. He's still healthy. Ember Spirit's going to get the Remnant away. Underlord has his ult running.
Trying to make it away. Will he go?
He's gone!
Yes!
No kills for the Radiant. Oh, man. That was incredible how survivable the Ember Spirit was.
Managing to make it away, and that was a great bus from the Underlord, just getting it started and getting himself and the Ogre away.
He had no other way out of that fight for sure.
They're gonna be moving in on Cats. Is Cats the highest level in the game? No, Anti-Mage is, but that Necrophos at level 13 is still head and shoulders above most of the supports.
This Necrophos has pipe and mechanism. This Necrophos is amazingly powerful as a defensive force in team fights. No one on Necrophos' team will die with Mech and Death Pulse and Pipe of Insight. This is a very strong build.
The burst damage for the thing with lots of teeth right now just isn't really there in my opinion. Like, it means that Jakiro's third head is, unless you get picks, you're not getting many kills on them.
Right, and it's one of the big downsides of Underlord as a hero. He doesn't do pickoffs very well, but he also just doesn't have the big offense defense. Here's a beautiful call by the Axe. He fails the ult, but you got the Reaper's Scythe, and they're going to bring down a Monkey King and Ember Spirit. Position 1 and 2 from the Dire going down. This Axe is so on point with his calls, and he's got another one on the Ogre.
Wiz moving forward, very far extended, but Cats is there as well. That Necrophos doing tons of damage. They're going to stun the Ogre out of the teleport, and that is going to be Corey falling.
Amazing play by the Radiant, the combos, the Axe going in. That last fight we saw Grimstroke ult comboed with the Reaper's Scythe. I don't think the Reaper's Scythe got bonus death timer on the Monkey King, but it did for the Ember Spirit. And the Jakiro spells on top of everything. It feels so hard to fight for the Dire. They just don't deal damage.
This is really, really looking great for Jakiro's third head.
Oh, and
it's
this is
so
all
difficult to bring him down.
Anti-Mage farming. He's almost got Manta already. And he takes a tier 2 tower.
They're 11,000 gold ahead. Cowley with the Wukong's command defensively just behind the tower. And Jakiro's third head is just going to walk away.
Oh, great stuff. This 11k net worth lead on an anti-mage lineup, this is looking very good for them. I'd say the biggest thing that could scare them would be losing to the alternate win condition, but they're 23 deaths away from that.
Definitely. And it's not like we're seeing a lot of burst coming out. Necrophos and that just tanky saving build is doing such a great job of just completely preventing any kills from happening. So the only blood that we've seen in the last couple minutes has been Jakiro's third head taking out the Ember Spirit, taking out the Ogre Magi, taking out the Monkey King.
Oh, unlucky Searing Chains there for the Ember Spirit. Can't get the Grimstroke, and now he might just die for it.
Oh no.
He
We're
has
seeing
a
the Stroke
remnant,
of
but it
Fate.
only
Remnant
takes him a
away.
short way. He's going to get out okay. Oh no, he's not! The blink
Oh
call!
my god, Wiz with the blink!
They've caught the Ogre. The Lich ult is very strong though. Tons of damage in there. The Ogre is going to get to walk away, and there are going to be no kills off of this. Unless the Monkey King decides to go do something dangerous.
I think he's just trying. I don't think they know he's here. No, they're calling him
trees.
out. They have the pings down. They're trying to cut trees. They know that he hasn't left.
Oh, are they going to give up on it?
I think they
they're
are.
not sure that he's here. Looks like he's okay.
Oh, wow. And he's going to actually try and go aggressive on this. There's the Searing Change, Sleight of Fist, and no, Callie's just running away instead. Ember now caught in deep. There's the Soulbind. This could be a dead Ember Spirit if he's not careful.
It's a double Reaper Sight!
Brings him down!
Oh, they're both going to go down. This is so rough for the Dire.
Firestorm
Here
doing a ton
comes
of
the
damage to the back line.
Anti-Mage. The Underlord is going to go down. Can the Lich get away? Anti-Mage doesn't have an ultimate.
P4. P4 just trying to juke around, trying to buy as much space and time. You can't afford to give another kill. There's the call and the Culling Blade.
Oh, they're chasing the Ogre. The Ice Path is just short. The Ogre's going to go for the TP
teleport
out.
Away.
He's going to die.
Get the kill.
Oh, man. This is incredible fighting by the Radiant. That fight started out with the 2 Radiant supports against the 2 Dire carries. And the Dire carries did not have a good time.
Glyph now out for the Dire. The thing with lots of teeth being pushed to their high ground.
They're losing their tier 2s. They have no map control. And this Anti-Mage has Manta and is halfway to a Basher as well.
Now, I don't want to be accused of being a biased caster, but I have to give serious props to Wiz's axe this game, because the calls that he has been getting to pick up these kills have been absolutely ludicrous.
Absolutely, for sure. And I would also point out that Jakiro has been really on point with hitting ice paths every single time. These ice paths are not just hitting 1 hero at a time. Just this Jakiro walks into the fight, stuns like 3 heroes, and then it's a nightmare for the Dire.
Not only that, too, we're seeing the Macro Pyre going down on 2, 3, or even 4 heroes in these team fights.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing the post-game stats, see how much damage this position 5 Jakiro has done.
Now, the Radiant have exceptionally amazing vision in the jungle of the Dire team. So not only have they been getting all of these kills, they have been just trying to occupy as much as they can of this side of the map. And Thing with Lots of Teeth is going to try and move in and take this back, but that's just going to open up the possibility of a Roshan. Cement's already in there. The Anti-Mage has that Manta, almost at Basher, about 300 gold away. And he's getting beat up pretty good by Roche.
Silver lining for the Dire is that it looks like their contract is pretty safe. No one's going to the bottom half of the map, so no one can find the bomb.
Before firestorming the mid wave, just trying to push that back a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a tug-of-war in mid, but really, I think the thing to watch for is Roche. We already saw Jakiro's third head trying to bait that a little bit. When it didn't work, they're just going to move back, but play really, really close together.
We got Pipe of Insight on the Necrophos and on the Axe. Double Pipe for the Radiant.
4-man smoke for Radiant. They're going to be moving out, looking for Cali. 2-man call by Wiz in the backline with the Macro Pyre. Underlord going low. There's the Soulbind with the mana. Void. Yeah, Cement going deep, looking to take on the Lich and looking for Ogre as well. Cali brought low, blinking in and escaping just barely before taking damage. Cali now up on the tree is going to be jumping into 3. This is very, very dangerous. Scythe missing the kill. Cali so low on health, and the Monkey King being frost armored up, looking for the Boundless Strike and getting killed off by Cement. 19 kills so far. Yeah, this could be 20 as the Lich is about to go down. 21.
That's a 6-0 fight right there. That fight went very badly for the Dire. Initially, the Monkey King ult comboed with the Pit of Malice and Firestorm from the Underlord looked really good, and the Monkey King was able to hold his ground, but he wasn't able to kill anyone. This Necrophos with Greaves and Pipe is so survivable, and in the backlines, the Dire just melt, and they fall apart. The Radiant are only 9 kills away from victory, but I don't know if they're going to need it. They're taking a lane of racks 28 minutes into the game, and they have the top 4 net worths in this game.
And do we even have buybacks available for the Dire? Only on the Monkey King and the Underlord. Underlord's up right now, but if they lose one more fight like this, this is just going to turn into a complete and total catastrophe. They can't even afford to lose that many deaths.
Right, the Ember Spirit dying back there means he is sitting 8th on the net worth chart. Like, these Dire cores just do not have the items that they need to deal damage.
And that's very unfortunate, especially against a Necrophos who is just allowing his team to survive so well. But he is out of mana. They're going to be going in on Necrophos. 4 heroes moving in. Still so hard to kill, even when
Radiant are here! The Blink Call!
That's more kills. Down goes the Lich. Macropyre across 2, across 3. Down goes the Ogre as well. Underlord in the backline getting brought down. Monkey King up front. And that is a team wipe. 5 kills to go.
Oh my goodness. This Necrophos does not die. As soon as Necrophos gets a kill, the regen kicks in. Although actually, I don't think the Necrophos got any of those kills. This Necrophos just holds on. Low health, but safe in the Macropyre. And the Dire call it. They've had enough.
Oh man, that is just... That was a brutal game for a thing with lots of teeth.
Absolute beatdown.
The good news for them is they did get a couple of contracts finished.
Yeah, they completed Counter-Strike. Right near the end there, the bomb did go off. Oh, jeez.
But that's just so incredibly difficult for them. I mean, once you got to about the 10-minute mark, it was so hard for them to find any kills. It was so hard for them to find any purchase, really. And we're just seeing Jakiro's third head start rolling over everything. That Necrophos winning the mid lane so hard just cascaded into the other lanes. They took the mid tower, and then they just took everywhere else.
Yeah, I think if you're the other team and you know if you have to go against Jakiro's third head if you win, boy, you got to be scared right now. But our next match is going to be our next round 1 match. The winner will face Jakiro's third head, and the loser will face the thing with lots of teeth in the lower bracket. And that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. So I think we're going to go to break, and we'll see you in a few.